There's a devastating new ad against Ivanka Trump and the Trump family, and it's awesome. Here it is.
Your journey to this day did not come without challenges, sacrifices, determination, grit, sweat, and likely even a few tears.
Tear gas is now being fired.
An entirely peaceful protest.
Our entire society is engaged in a national endeavor to take care of the safety and well-being of our people.
You have to dominate the streets.
You are a wartime graduate.
Go inside now! Get in the house!
In my own life, I found that my greatest personal growth has arisen from times of discomfort and uncertainty.
The Chinese government awarded Ivanka 7 new trademarks.
Hours later, she dined with the Chinese president at her father's Mar-a-Lago resort.
Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner earned at least $82 million last year.
Throughout our history, brave men and women have faced daunting challenges, and they have embraced the adventure.
President Trump was briefly taken to the White House underground bunker.
I had deferments because I had a foot thing, and I had deferment for that.
An 8-foot-high fence has been put up at the White House.
No person will be unchanged from living through this present hardship.
More like public diss, because damn. That's a good ad. That's a really good ad. So now look, you've seen this was from Miedas Touch, right? So these aren't the Lincoln Project guys. Now, the last time that I showed you an ad from these guys, I told you who they were. They said, oh, we're on the left, we're progressive. And so, we're running these ads against Donald Trump using a PAC. Now, of course, I believe one of the brothers, because it's like three brothers, right? And not the Krasensteins. And they are, I would say that they're fairly successful, fairly wealthy. And they got together and they're like, well, we're Democrats and we hate Donald Trump. And so we're going to run devastating ads. That's pretty good, right? So it appears these guys are kind of on our side, at least. They make excellent ads. And what they're not, is people like the Lincoln Project. The people who create the Lincoln Project, and there's a lot of people who seem to know this, right? But the Lincoln Project guys are the same people that engineered us into the Iraq War and killed 500,000 innocent Iraqis. They've also have a history of anti-LGBT discrimination. And so they're not good people, right? Not only that, but these same people, Steve Schmidt, Rick Wilson, they brought us Sarah Palin. So that right there is I think, part of the long slide downward for our electoral politics with somebody like Sarah Palin. So that's who the Lincoln Project guys are. These guys, not the same. I don't know a ton about them, except that they are, consider themselves Democratic voters, and so that's why they're running these ads. And so you look, I'll take it because these are good. So now let's get to the juxtaposition here, because I think this is my favorite part. You have Ivanka giving some sort of, I think, a graduation speech, right? So now it's repurposed to show Trump hypocrisy and the state-sanctioned violence in Portland, the coronavirus pandemic, which has taken over now nearly 150,000 lives, if not more. And of course, Ivanka's nepotism, basically making deals for herself using her daddy. So this is all excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And incredibly hard hitting. So now what's different about that than the Lincoln Project ads is that it's not really designed to get under Donald Trump's skin. I mean, look, even going after Ivanka in this way, right? Not going to get under Donald Trump's skin. Because what it is that it's aimed towards, I think, Democratic voters, right? Reminding everyone of Donald Trump's corruption. And the hypocrisy, which the Trumps don't care about. The Trumps don't care about hypocrisy. What Donald Trump cares about is his very, very thin skin. And so that's why the Lincoln Project ads go like, oh, Donald Trump, he's shaky and he's weak and he's so sad and pathetic. Yeah. Yeah, that's why those ads are great, because they're vicious like Republicans, and that's who and they're really aimed towards Donald Trump. And so these are different. These are powerful hypocrisy reminders, and of course a reminder of how disastrous and incompetent the president is. And so it's great. I love it. So now there's a lot of response as well to this that's pretty positive. One person says, Ivanka, times of discomfort equals pain after plastic surgery, and times of uncertainty. Does my purse match my shoes? Think about that, right? Ivanka Trump has never faced a day of hardship in her entire life. And so, yeah, oh no, let's talk about hardship, right? Let's talk about discomfort and uncertainty. Shut up. Another person says, does that woman serve any kind of useful purpose? Not just in the White House, but in life? If so, haven't figured it out. And then gives a bunch of examples. The cook at school, the housekeeper at a hospital, the clerk at Walmart, soybean farmer. They all serve a much higher purpose than she does, because she's 100% useless. Absolutely. 100% useless. I've always asked, what are her and Jared Kushner doing? Like, what do they actually do here? I know Jared Kushner apparently has been given control of a lot of different things. Trump's campaign, for one, or at least he did until Parscale was demoted and replaced by someone else, Brad Parscale. And then he's supposed to, do the Middle East thing. Where's that peace in the Middle East, Jared? Where is it? I mean, there was a country that apparently you wanted to, Qatar, that you wanted to fund one of your buildings. And so that's why we were doing some foreign policy stuff that's favorable to Saudi Arabia and all that stuff, right? Well, that doesn't really help the American people. It doesn't really do anything positive. It doesn't even do anything positive for peace in the Middle East. So again, what are you doing there? Nothing except for taking advantage of taxpayer funding and lining your own pockets with business deals. And that's really all it is. In fact, one person points out that Ivanka made $82 million while Americans are losing their homes during the coronavirus. Yeah, absolutely. Another person says she profits off taxpayers and uses the office to gain favors. And then another person says, I've never actually seen her speak before, and I'm horrified. So disingenuous. It is unbelievable. She's as bad as daddy. You remember when she was supposed to be a moderating influence? Yeah, laugh along with me, right? A moderating influence. Give me a break. No, Mary Trump pointed it out as well. That's Donald Trump's niece. That no, she's not a moderating influence. She does absolutely nothing. And so there's either two scenarios that happening, right? Either she just sucks at being a moderating influence and has no influence whatsoever, or she doesn't really care. And she's just, again, using this to make money, which I think is the more, plausible scenario, because that's what Donald Trump and his family do. That's all they do, is try to game the system and make as much money off it as possible before they're either, kicked off of it, arrested, or people, well, not arrested, but maybe in the future. But, some sort of legal action, sued, what have you, or, told you can't do this anymore. For example, the Trump family can no longer raise money for charities because all they do is funnel that money into their own pockets. So, and finally, one more. This is my favorite. She said, in her defense, she does note the discomfort of having her own father publicly express an interest in dating her. That is deeply uncomfortable to think about. Like, you kind of want to forget about it, but he did say, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. Oh, hey, that's a good idea for the next montage. Trump being creepy. Do it, guys. If you won't do it, the Lincoln Project will probably will.